Welcome to the Orion Sportscast Podcast, the most refreshing analysis, insight, and opinions in the world of sports. Here are your hosts, Josh Egan and Brandon Waterhouse.
Game day. We have a lot going on today. We had the divisional matchups over the weekend, and two main quarterbacks went down. Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes both left their games, both with concussion issues, I believe. Matt, welcome back. Your tryout was a success. You're still on a PTO though. This is your final exhibition game. We'll see how you do. How you feeling?
Well, I didn't know it was the final exhibition game, so I guess I'm pretty nervous.
You should be. You're on the cut line. Brandon, have you got all your school shit together? I went through this morning and wrote all my deadlines down.
Yeah, I just was doing that before we got on the air, so I was watching. It's not specific enough for anyone to know, but I was just watching that one video. I know you might have watched it. It was his introduction video.
Remix 2020.
Yeah. Okay. So you saw it too, but yeah, it's not much to talk about to the world, but
No.
8 a.m. is not a great start to start your week, especially the first day of school.
Oh well, which game you want to get to first? Matt, why don't you kick us off? Pick your favorite game, and we'll have a quick chat about it.
I liked all the games, to be honest, but if I had to pick one, let's go Cleveland, Kansas City.
All right, so Cleveland, Kansas City. Kansas City pulls off the win 22-17. Pat Mahomes goes down with a concussion issue. The Browns almost did it, but I think they punted away their season when it was 4th and 8. Is everyone on the same page with me there, or was that the correct play? Because I saw it with about 4 minutes left. You're down by 5. You got to go for that because your season's on the line. But they punted away hoping to get the ball back, and I don't think they ever got the ball back. So that kind of seemed like a bad play call. Not quite sure what happened there. Matt, what was your kind of impersonation of that?
I disagree with you, Josh. Like, it's first thing of the show and you already said something wrong, but that's okay. No, you have to punt it on 4th and 8 because Mahomes was gone. They didn't have a quarterback, and you got some dogs in your defense. You got to trust your defense. And 4 and 8, no, I like Baker Mayfield. He played a pretty good game, but I wouldn't really trust him in a 4 and 8 scenario. So you might as well give the game away with 5 minutes to go. So I think Stefanski made the right call. You punt it and live to fight another day and trust your defense.
Okay, but they didn't live to fight another day.
Yeah, I know that, but like the optics is, would you rather a quarterback who just came in, just see what he has, and then you have to remember the final play. It was like 3rd and 14, scrambling out of the pocket, and you ran. So like I would take a 3rd and 14 any day of the week, and I don't know. Cleveland was just bad luck. They'll be back though. They'll bounce back. So yeah, I would not go for it on 4th and 8. No.
I know Brandon and I were hoping for a Browns-Bills semifinal. I don't know where you fell on that, but Brandon, did you catch much of the game? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I caught some of the Chiefs game actually. Is that the one we're referring to?
Yep.
Yeah. So it was sad. I tuned in right after I saw Mahomes go to what was the second time to the blue tent, is I guess what they call it, right, when you're injured, and that was right before he got walked off the field into concussion protocol rather. But I asked you right away what happened. I didn't see what happened, but it was all over. It was a pretty. I don't want to debate it. It's not really a debate, but I'm worried about the tackle that was made. It looked very sure it was a normal tackle, but it was an aggressive finish. Like it was almost a chokehold at the end. It was his neck. I don't know how I feel about that protection there. I think there should be a statement by the NFL on the protection of that hit. To be completely honest with you. Yeah,
it was a questionable hit, I think, but now you got to move on. You can't go back and undo the hit. And the Chiefs have to move on as well. And I think the big question is, will he be ready for? I think they play Sunday against the Bills.
Mm-hmm. How do you get over a concussion in 7 days? Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
I don't think it's possible. And I guess my question is, without Patrick Mahomes, do they have enough to beat the Bills? And I'm on the side of I don't think you do. The Bills' defense isn't that good, but it has been in recent weeks, but they've been average.
They really stood up this past weekend. I was listening, and they were pushing the ball back. Like when the run was coming towards them, the Ravens' run, they were actually losing yards because the Buffalo was pushing them behind the line of scrimmage. So it's either they're obviously maybe they didn't have the greatest track record during the regular season, but that's what the point of the playoffs is you can gain momentum. And I think their defense is improving, and it's game by game every Sunday. So yeah, sure, Mahomes is young. I just wanted to mention that. If I'm a fan of the Chiefs, I'm thinking, okay, well, he sacrifices, maybe 1 week now, they pull out some miracle shit. Not that it's a miracle. They still have an all-star lineup, Tyreek Hill and considering. But then he has 3 weeks off, right? And then maybe that's more reasonable to come back for the Super Bowl, you think?
Yeah, and I hope what they don't do is because obviously after next week you have that 2-week break, and I hope they don't rush Mahomes back and then say, okay, if he can get in this game even for a couple plays just to kind of get us going, and then we can go to our backup.
Right.
I hope they don't risk it, right? Because you don't want to fuck around with head injuries. Matt, what do you think? Can Kansas beat Buffalo without Mahomes?
Well, first of all, Mahomes is coming back next week. It's pretty bad in the NFL.
They're
known to rush guys a little bit. So
Yeah.
you can have a concussion. If you can run a little bit, you're gonna play football. So yeah, on that, Mahomes, I agree with Brandon on the hit though. Like he got him on the ground, and you could kind of see the guy turn his neck. I don't know what Bills player did that, but it was kind of dirty, and I think the refs kind of have to look at that because they didn't throw a flag, but that was pretty bad.
No, that was a pretty. I know I've heard of the word horse collar, but that's not a horse collar. That's like the horse collar is from behind the back. So I mean, all I saw was just like this.
Yeah,
literally,
it was like a twist of the neck.
Like a backwards RKO, literally.
Yeah, it was pretty awkward. But in terms of Mahomes coming back, I think he'll come back. You saw Justin Fields in Ohio State. They didn't even give him an X-ray, and they said, "Yeah, you're gonna play." And he finished the game. So I think you give Mahomes.
Yeah, I think college athletes are exploited though beyond belief. So I'm not too sure how realistic that was. Not that I'm counter. I think that this could be. Hopefully, we don't get CTE Mahomes coming down the line anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know. They're due test. They're figured out. But
I got you.
Yeah, Kansas City Buffalo will be a great game.
I want to hear Matt's opinions on. It was a horrible game from my perspective. I was watching it. Josh didn't seem to want to watch the History Channel that night that I was watching it, but Drew Brees threw like 3 or 4 interceptions. Like, how did you see this coming? I want to know.
I didn't see that coming, but you got to give some guys in the Tampa defense, Jason Pierre-Paul, White, they had some Pro Bowl snubs, and the way they were playing, they definitely should have made the Pro Bowl on that defense. But yeah, Drew Brees did not play good. Call a spade to spade, just say what it is. Drew Brees did not play good. That's why I don't know if he's going to retire, because after the game, he was acting like it. I saw videos of him throwing balls with Tom's kids, and he looked up pretty emotional. But as an athlete, I don't know if you want to retire on that note. I knew he had banged up ribs and stuff, so maybe health-wise and family-wise to retire, but his competitive spirit probably definitely wants him to play again, I would assume, because that was not a good game to end on.
Well, the best throw he had all day was to Tom Brady's kid in the end zone after the game.
So I want to mention, do you know the one player he picked off? I think he picked off. It was one of the picks in the it was in the. Oh, it was a Bill. It was a Bill player. See, I got this game wrong. I want to mention the Bills game because we're pretty much done on that last Saints game, right? Unless you want to talk about Tom Brady.
No, you can talk about the Bills. You're talking about the Bills cornerback who got hit in the head in the combine.
Yeah, right. You see the training or the combine video of this guy. I was like, where did this guy even go? I wonder if he got cut and just exited that day, vetoed from the league. And here he is. People bring up that video, and it's kind of a great story to realize that, sure, I think a lot of us thought that, who was that guy that got hit? And that was viral, right? So now this guy's making a play, and he's making a name for himself in the biggest 3 weeks of last 3 weeks of this season.
Yeah, I mean, what a story, eh? You get embarrassed at the combine, and now I don't remember his name, but
yeah, I'm not sure of his name. We should put some respect on it.
So that game also had a quarterback go down. Lamar Jackson was, ruled out of that game. When was he ruled out? Halfway through the third? Out? I think it was something like that. So the Bills kind of finished strong there. They're looking good going into next week. And if we jump to the other side, we have Packers-Rams. I didn't see too much of this game. Green Bay looked pretty dominant, 32-18. Aaron Rodgers continues rolling. Matt, did you watch that game?
Yeah, I caught the game. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers, he's just stupid good. You saw him, you saw Jalen Ramsey try to play man-to-man against Adams, but him, Lauer, just the schemes they were putting up, you can't guard them. And I'm pretty interested to see what happens next week because I don't see anyone. The way Green Bay's playing, I think they could go all the way.
Well, I don't think the Buccaneers stand a chance against the Packers, to be honest. It just seems the Packers bring another gear that none of these other teams really have.
Well, you got to remember, Josh, a few weeks ago, earlier in the season, Tampa destroyed Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers looked hopeless. And, if he didn't have that game, he probably would be an MVP right now. So I've seen Tampa beat them before, and I'll definitely take Green Bay, but I don't think it's a landslide Green Bay victory.
I'm glad you said that because I don't want to count. As I made the decision to put Tom Brady through my bracket and make it to the Super Bowl or whatever, I didn't even notice that they did beat the Packers earlier in the regular season, which is something that obviously might have happened 4 moons ago, but it's something that definitely is in the back of their mind. And as dominant of a team you are when you're the Packers, at least they have some doubt coming in that, this team's kind of ran you over.
Yeah, and in that game, it wasn't even like Green Bay played bad. Like, they got out-schemed. Like, you saw Aaron Rodgers getting sacked, taking hits. So I think it's more going to be a coaching thing than comes down to anything.
I just think you're looking at, right, it's a different gear in the playoffs. And I just don't think the Buccaneers can reach the gear that the Packers are going to be in. So it'll definitely be interesting. You jump to the other side. It all depends what shape Mahomes is in, because if he's only 70%, the Bills are going to target him and tear them alive. I'm hoping he plays because I want to see an Allen versus Mahomes showdown. I think that would be phenomenal television, great storytelling. But fingers crossed. I mean, I would love for the Bills to go onward.
I mean, Josh, you got to talk about personal experience, man. You got some concussion history. You got to be sympathetic here. 7 days. I don't care how much money you make and what game is it like on the line. Josh, you got to tell them what's up.
You got to think long term. Like, how old is he? 24, 25?
25, yeah.
He just came off one of the biggest signings, right?
And look at Tom Brady. He's playing it, into his 40s. He's got 15, 16, 17 years ahead of him if he can stay safe. And, you risk a concussion injury and, that could end it for you. You just got to look at, other sports and all around the league. And it has happened to players where you jump back in too early and it doesn't end well. But I would love to see, under the correct circumstances, Mahomes versus Allen. But, if the Bills roll past the Chiefs and Mahomes didn't play, there's always going to be that asterisk for Bills fans. So we'll see what happens. But
wait. So when the Raptors were playing the Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant went out with injuries followed by Klay Thompson, do you put an asterisk beside that championship?
No, I didn't, because it was the Raptors.
So it's the Bills. Why would you put it past them?
I guess not, but they both did play in that series for a little bit. I guess it's kind of different if Mahomes doesn't play a snap. I don't know. I just see it kind of differently.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, in fairness, Mahomes has played in the playoffs at least this year.
Yeah. We'll see how it rolls out.
I don't think it's a walkover because they still have to beat the Packers or the Buccaneers. Regardless, that's pretty earnable if you're beating Rodgers or Brady for a ring.
Yes. I just know Chiefs fans would be, well, Mahomes didn't play, so it's like, well, that fucking sucks.
Well, you know what? We'll just go. The Bills fans will just go and donate something, so I'm not too worried about it. They'll get over it.
Yeah, they'll do something dark, like donate to a CTE charity or something. That seems like what they would do. Matt, you were 4 for 4 last weekend on your predictions, pick-wise, not score-wise. You're the prophecy of the show. What Super Bowl are we looking at here now that you've had another weekend of games?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to cop out and not really answer like this, but it does matter if Mahomes plays. So if Mahomes plays, I'll have Kansas City winning. If Mahomes doesn't play, I'll have Buffalo winning.
But you said he's playing.
Okay, so if he's playing, yeah, Kansas City's win. So I'll pick Kansas City, and I'll go Kansas City, Green Bay. That's what I'll go.
Kansas City, Green Bay, nice. I'm going to take Bills, Green Bay.
I can't leave on the Bills from the Buccaneers. That's what I had, right? So.
Well, you're allowed. You'll have to switch it up if you want to.
I forgot. No, I didn't. But I didn't. Not that I forgot, but to show some respect to Jason Pierre-Paul, he's my boy from the Giants way back when, and I love that guy. He played with a fucking half arm because he blew his shit off or something. Did he not? Or was that
fireworks on?
Blew his hand off. Like holy
July
shit!
4th.
This guy's still gonna go out there and play some football, using it as a clobbering weapon. Like sometimes it can be an advantage. So I hope Jason Pierre-Paul does well. I feel for that guy.
Yeah, so that we got those games coming up this weekend. They'll have a 2-week break and we go into the Super Bowl. Super Bowl will be in Tampa Bay. They'll have somewhat of a crowd. Hopefully they can bring that energy. Moving on.
The crowd.
Yeah.
But it's Florida. They're gonna have a crowd.
Oh no, we already know they will, but I don't think it's full capacity.
It won't be full capacity, but what they're actually doing is they're giving it to the first responders and people in the front lines.
Right.
No,
those people going to a Super Bowl are going to be loud.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
And you did? Yeah, I think that's a nice thing the NFL has done.
That's a great move. And we all heard the Bills crowd this weekend. Brandon sent me an Instagram post saying 6,900 sounds like 69,000 fans. Like, they were loud, man. You get passionate fans in there, it's going to be really loud.